take a journey to the other side. Let's take a journey to the other side.
Grass ain't green even in the summertime. Sun don't shine. Sun don't shine even in the summertime. Even in the summertime.
Let's take a journey to the other side. Let's take a journey to the other.
Damn, boy. Damn, boy, he's thick. Boy, that's a thick ass boy. Damn. Damn.
No, I ain't never seen that. Did you do anything interesting this week?
This week, oh yeah, I went to work.
Oh yeah. That's probably about that's super interesting.
No, nothing really. Next week gonna be a different story though, cause there's a topic. You gotta be living under the rock if you don't know this one. The new consoles are coming out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Xbox One X. No. Damn, what's that called? The Xbox Series X, and the little small one, the Xbox Series S. Which is so confusing if you ask your mama to buy this for you on Christmas. Like, I want the Xbox Series X. You're like, oh, Xbox One? All right, let me bag that up. They gonna be upset on Christmas. And the PlayStation 5, which is what I'm trying to get.
Do they always drop on the same day?
No,
Or
they're actually not even dropping on the same day.
Oh,
So the Xbox is gonna be releasing on this Tuesday coming up. So the 10th? Yeah, that's the 10th. And PlayStation 5 is the 12th.
So Tuesday and Thursday.
Yep.
Interesting. Do they always try to drop around the same week?
Yeah, always.
That makes sense. Everybody.
Yeah, they're competing.
Oh, they dropping right before. Oh no, I guess it's now right before Black Friday because we still got one more week, but kinda.
Yeah, and if you didn't pre-order, you're kind of SOL. Because if you didn't, you're probably not gonna get one. Because the way they do it, like any other year, you pre-order it and you grab it at the store. But usually they'll have extras, like for people who didn't pre-order it. But because of this whole pandemic thing, you can't go in there and just buy a system now. You have to order it online and pick it up, or order it online and they'll bring it to your car. There's no in-store buy for this system, which is weird because I wonder how Black Friday is gonna work this year. They really don't want to crowd people.
I did not think of that, considering that is probably the most COVID infested situation that we could probably have. Damn, I didn't even think about that. Because I was just thinking about like any Christmas presents I wanted to buy. And I guess I can get them online, Amazon.
Yeah. But I only thought about that because of the situation they're taking with this. Like, oh dang, if they're not gonna let people go in because they think it's gonna be infested with all these people who want to grab the newest system, how the heck is Black Friday gonna work when it's not even catered to a system? It's catered to every freaking thing that's on sale.
True. I did see, I don't know if it was on YouTube or like one of the few times I actually see a regular TV. Some store, I feel like it was a store like that sells beds and shit. I know it's not like Art Van because I feel like most of those are out of business now. But they have started their Black Friday stuff. Like they started it pretty much like November 1st.
Is it a furniture company?
Some type of furniture, I think. But I feel like I haven't really
Ashley's Furniture?
Yeah, yep, that's exactly what it is. I keep seeing ads. They started their Black Friday deals like at the beginning of the month, which is very interesting. And I'm kind of glad I'm not in retail anymore because anybody who works retail, they hate Black Friday.
Oh yeah.
And I wonder, considering this year is going to be a little different, hopefully.
I would think so. Because like they're not going to let a lot of people near to each other like that. You're already doing it for this one little game that's coming out in stores. Just one system. And when you bring in multiple things being sold at a fair price now, that's going to crowd the stores.
That's true, yeah. You know what? They might do it the way like Foot Locker be doing when the new Jordans drop. You had the lines around the corner.
Yeah. Oh, what did I see? There was a line like around the corner recently. I seen a line. They was in the car though. Okay. Krispy Kreme donuts. They always got lines like around the lot. I was like, where did I see a line at?
Yeah. They might do. Yeah, they might just do the. They might be open and just do the 40% capacity.
And then just have people wait outside.
And just have people waiting in line. Yep.
Man, that's how Walmart was a few months ago. And that wasn't even no sale. That's just people going in trying to get groceries.
Yeah. That's probably
pandemic and
that's really the only way these stores can survive, because Black Friday is their big day. So like, I don't imagine them just shutting down or only doing online orders. That's losing a lot of business, I would imagine, because some people like to.
Yeah, sometimes the thrill of shopping is going in, looking at it yourself.
And trying to decide like what is best. My mom, she always tells me that I need to watch the news because I need to be informed of what's going on around me.
That's what I hear all the time. Like, oh, you need to know this because now you're a part of it. Well, I've been told this ever since I turned 18 that I need to be watching it. And to this day, I don't really watch the news unless it has something to do with the weather. To be honest with you, but I got an app for that. So I don't need the news.
Exactly.
Right.
I don't know. I think it's a scam. I'm gonna be honest, because it's this idea, and I don't think I'm like the originator of this theory, but it's this idea that like you have to watch the news, or even just like how social media is basically the news now. Mm-hmm. Like you have to pay attention to stuff in order to prepare for it. But at the same time, it's like a fear tactic, because they make you feel like you about to get you about to get like, I don't know, taken advantage of if you're not watching it. But if you keep watching it, then you feeding into the nonsense, and it's just like, all right, so do I watch it or do I not watch it? And I just choose to not watch it. And
I get majority of my news from social media in the first place. I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news. I feel like the news don't give me nothing but bad news. And if it's good news, it's on somebody we don't know about.
You know what? It's crazy that you say that, because I remember most of my life revelations happened around somewhere between 11 and 14. And one thing that I learned, I don't know how I noticed it, but it was Christmas time. And I just happened to notice that every morning around the holidays, from like Thanksgiving to Christmas, especially growing up in Detroit, where, you know, it's high crime rate, boom, boom, boom. They would tell stories about like cute little puppies that like saved somebody, or like, you know, but they only do that during the holidays because it helps keep the holiday cheer. Yeah, like that's when everybody's happy. But as soon as January 1st hit, it's back to 13 people were killed on the west side of Detroit, and whatever, and it's like it gets right back to the nonsense. And it's like, all right, and then all of a sudden everybody and their mama got a charity around the holiday time, and it's like, but these people be homeless all year, like, or these people are hungry all year.
Make it specific for a day, I guess, because, you know, everybody should be happy around this time. But if you're able to do it then, can't you kind of try to help to do it a little bit more?
Exactly. Or at least I feel like if you're going to put on the front that you care about the homeless or the hungry or whatever during the holiday time, how much harder would it be to just make, you know, you don't have to do it every day, but
just make
every
it a consistent year-round
like a couple
thing.
times a month, just make sure you remind people, hey, these charities are doing this type of work, and if you are interested and if you're able, these are the places you can donate. Like, don't just do it one time a year. I don't know, but yeah, so that's when I realized the news was manipulating us, and that's when I kind of stopped. So somewhere between 11 and 14 is when I stopped watching the news.
I never started.
So I've been uninformed for a very long time. You gotta tell me about these OnlyFans stories.
OnlyFans stories.
I don't know. I guess you was mentioning OnlyFans last week, or you was gonna tell me something, and I was like, no, save it for the podcast.
Oh, shoot! I wish I would have wrote it down.
Damn, you crazy.
Damn, man.
You don't prepare for nothing.
Damn, boy. Shit. Well, at least next time I'll remember
Nah,
to.
you won't.
I'm gonna write it down.
Nah, you ain't.
I'm gonna definitely write it down now.
Trash. And you was late. So
no, first of all, you said 3:00,
and then you said 2, and I was like, that's fine.
and I was in between, so ain't nobody wrong.
Whatever, man. I'm trying to think of my OnlyFans stories if I got any. I mean, I have dabbled in some subscriptions. Some were good, some were not.
Oh my god, I know a lot that's not.
I feel like most of them are, and then you got the ones where you have to pay for the subscription, and then you got to pay to actually see everything that they post.
I don't like that.
Yeah, I mean, of course not. Nobody likes that, except for the people that pay for it. I mean, I feel like I get the appeal of it because, to a certain degree, you do have access to these women, and if you are lonely enough, you will enjoy that, as opposed to porn, which you don't have actual access to them. It's kind of like mostly imagination, but like you can actually inbox girls on OnlyFans and like talk to them.
I think that's what it is. OnlyFans became a tool where like you said, you don't feel like you're lonely and you can actually message these women, while porn is just like, oh, it's just a video of somebody you can never speak to. And I think porn has become so much less satisfying now. Well, for me, I kind of know.
I feel like we getting older. That's what it is. We're craving genuine connection. And you know what? Men don't like to say this, but I'm gonna say it. I feel like most of our sexual cravings come more so from loneliness as opposed to horniness. I think we just don't know how. Unlike women, we don't know how to express affection and we don't know how to necessarily be nurturing or how to receive nurturing from.
Sure, man.
All we know is we feel very strongly and in our hormonal whatever, and we just equate that to sex or something sexual, which I think is why we pay so much for prostitutes and things like that, because it's not just sometimes it's about the sex, but I think mostly it's about the ego, or
I feel like that's
loneliness.
Just setting yourself up in a way to just buy sex. Now you got temporary affection that to you may feel like, okay, they giving me what I need, and then they're gone, and it's gonna make you crave more, and that's how you get in the hole with spending money.
I mean, if you got it.
If you got it, but
I mean, I feel like I don't know about it in real life, but in the movies, they always make it seem as though
it's
these rich
continuous thing.
Yeah, these rich businessmen, they got a weekly date where they just pay a couple grand and they just eat dinner and talk and do all types of freaky stuff and then send her on her way. I mean, and if you got enough money to where a couple grand a week is not nothing to you, or if it ain't nothing to you, how is that any different than really dating?
Yeah.
It's really, you get to have a conversation with a beautiful woman. At the end of the night, you have sex with her, and then she leaves and lives her life. And then the next week, you come back and do it all over again.
Yeah, it just seems like people who have that lifestyle have the ability to choose instead of going out there to find.
Yeah, that's even better. Yeah.
Yeah, so because they just see all right, I don't want you. You seem pretty good looking. Come this way. Spend a couple days together. But that could also be just for people who don't want to look for someone.
It could be pretty tiring looking for people.
It can be. And if you already feel like I've reached my limit, I don't think I'm gonna find somebody. Let me just pay somebody.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I know a couple people like that kind of have this mentality of kind of giving up, and I was like that for a minute.
I was like that 2014, 15, one of those.
But did you just get out of a relationship or something?
Yeah, I got out one in 2014. So it was 2014 to 2015-ish.
That's usually when it hits the hardest, when you're just damn.
Yeah.
The last however many months or years of my life just culminated into nothing. Is there any women that you are entertaining at the moment?
I'll say yes, but if I'm being real, I don't think I want to start anything major with anyone I've been talking to recently or at all, because I'm at the point where if I'm going to talk to a woman seriously and actually date them, I'm working towards marriage at that point.
Yeah, we kind of old.
Yeah, we're getting old. I'm like 41. Yeah, but I just think I'm at the point where I'm like, yeah, it's either find it or don't. Like, if I find someone and I want to put my time to it, then yeah, I'm going to definitely do it. But right now, I feel like, I could just enjoy life a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, but then again, enjoying life means I want to enjoy it with someone. So I'm at that like point in life where like I'm saying, man, skip these women. I'm gonna do me. But I'm also like, man, I need a woman so I can do me.
Yeah, because the things that I want to do when I'm doing me, I want to do it with somebody.
Yeah, because there was this one guy who showed like he had all this stuff like cars, money, good paying job, house. He's like, you know, all this is great, but it don't make me happy because I have nobody to share it with. I'm like, yeah, that actually makes sense, because I mean, there are some people out here who legit like just being by themselves, being to themselves. But I feel like that gets lonely. Even if
I don't believe them.
I don't believe them either. Because if they say, "Oh, I'm good by myself," I would like this forever.
I don't believe so. I don't believe anybody that has ever said that to me.
Never. Nobody said it to me, but I feel like there's people out there who would tell you that.
I know. I'm saying like whether it be somebody that I was trying to be with and they said that to me, or somebody platonic that I just happen to be having a conversation with. Mm-hmm. I do not believe a single soul on this planet who has ever said that. I don't believe that they mean it. I think if you actually look into the lives of people who say that, they have people. Mm-hmm. It's just not romantic.
Yeah.
So they'll have family. They'll have friends.
That's what I was gonna say.
They'll
like,
have
even
people,
if it's not a romantic interest.
Yeah, they'll have people, or they'll have a kid or something. They'll have, or like maybe a dog, I guess. They'll have something in their life that they feel that they're sharing their life with, so that they don't, and because of that, they don't feel that they need any type of romantic, or they don't need anything in addition to that. Yeah, but nobody on this planet wants to just be completely isolated from everything.
No, because as humans, we crave
interaction,
and that's why. When you play like a game like Sims, that's one of the most important things you need to keep up, or you're gonna get depressed. See, Sims.
So they think I never played it, but they was thinking.
So like if you play anybody who plays Sims, there's 6 different things you need to keep control to keep yourself in a happy mood. Bladder, or you'll pee yourself. Showering for hygiene. Fun, because you can get bored. What else? Eating, because it's needed to survive. Resting, so you don't get tired. And social, so you always have interaction. Because that if you don't have a lot of interaction, you get depressed. And if you're depressed on Sims and you go to work, you can actually get fired because you're not in a good mood to be at work, and you're not going to be working at your full potential. See, Sims is a life simulator, and that's why I kind of like it. And I think that's.
Is that the appeal to everybody? Like, you think people are really like looking at themselves, living out their own personal lives?
Some people do that. I know when I play, I do, but I know other people who do it as just like a life fantasy that they want to see actually develop.
So it's more like an imagination.
Yeah, okay. Something like that, and that's the enjoyment out of Sims for most people. So I feel like if you were to ever play Sims, you might like it just based off. Well, it depends on what you like, because like I say, I try to do a like imagery of myself on that game. Other people like to just create a different family that they want to see develop, or to see if they can actually develop a family on their own. So that's just that's how you play Sims. I mean, there's a goal. You can do all your aspirations. Like you'll have an aspiration to be an astronaut, or get the highest thing.
I would probably do mine based off of maybe some things in my life that I want it to be different, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, one day I'm gonna come out here again, and I'm gonna bring my PlayStation, and we gonna try out some Sims. We gonna try out some Sims.
You interested to see it?
Yeah, I'm interested to see how you do it. Because I've definitely been playing Sims a lot lately. And I think I do that because unintentionally I'm feeling lonely. So I do it to feel like I'm actually interacting with people in real life, but that's on the game. Because there's a whole city of different people. I'm like, oh, let me interact with them. Even though I should be doing it in real life. But I don't know. A lot of people in my life just don't feel worth trying to get to know a little bit more. That's why I don't.
You know what? You just probably every week you come in here and you say something super relatable. Last week it was the White Claw, the White Claws, and then when I tell you, just going through life and just meeting people and just seeing people, and you're just like, I don't even care enough to get to know you. Like I see who you are, and it's like, I'm all right, thank you.
Yeah, because I realized like not too long ago that if you meet someone like at a party or just on the street or something, you should know what kind of person they are within the first 5 minutes of just talking. Mm-hmm. And I agree with that now. You kind of
is that something somebody told you once, or
yeah, someone told me like you should know a person within the first 5 minutes of meeting them. And I'm like, yeah, you kind of can. Because they kind of show you everything that they're about by the way they talk, by what questions they're asking you, all that. And then once you realize, like, I don't see ourselves really hanging on anything like that. Mm-hmm. It's just like, nah, not worth it.
Yeah. I mean, because otherwise, and, I've been a victim of this. Or maybe not victim. I've been whatever. Otherwise, you kind of just end up with a bunch of people in your life that just kind of take up space.
Yeah.
You end up with like a bunch of people on your phone that you don't actually talk to, and maybe they hit you up every once in a while to try to hang out or something.
Or for money.
I don't have that issue because people know I'm poor. So
yeah, I think I need to make myself seem a little more poor. Yeah. Like, Carl, you got your own house, your own car. I'm like, yeah, but I got bills for them.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I've done a pretty good job of isolating myself from anyone who's been wanting to be in contact with me.
I try to.
I'm not proud of it, but
a part of me has this thing where, like, if somebody's reaching out to me and they actually need something or need help, I don't want to tell them no. And that's my problem, because most of the people I do it for, I need to tell them no, because I know it's just only, that's the reason they're hitting me up. No other reason. Not seeing how I'm doing, not seeing, is there everything okay with me? Mm-hmm. Because they know for a fact I'm going to make sure everything's okay with them. And I just don't do it. Which I need to, but I just don't do it. I just wasn't raised like that. So
I'm kind of the same way. And I think my mom, she saw it in me early, which is why I'm saying this as if you already knew it, but she kind of shielded me from a lot of people. And I think because she's like that, where she's like a very giving person, and maybe in her life, I never really asked her about her background, but maybe in her life she's been taken advantage of a lot. So I think maybe she saw that in me. Maybe, I don't know, maybe when I was young I was sharing my toys or something. I don't know. Maybe I did something. Maybe I did something that she was like, oh, I need to make sure I protect him because his heart, like, because he's a person that's going to give himself to people and they're going to take advantage of it. And I mean, it's definitely happened a few times, but I think now I'm a lot more selective about who I give my energy to, which I think that's why most people, when they meet me, they think they really like me because maybe of my sense of humor or something, or they kind of are turned off by me because they're not sure where to categorize me, because simultaneously I'm goofy, but at the same time I'm very emotionally distant. And so like, you know, like you've known me for a while, but you don't really know me.
Yeah.
Cause I don't put myself out there. Like I'm not the look at me type of guy. I'm like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I don't know the emotional side of you.
Yeah,
if that
most
makes
people
sense.
don't. Like Jeremy, he was telling me the other day, he was like, I was hanging out with him, and he was just like, you know, Ray, I always thought you was like a ladies' man. And I was like, why did you think that? And like, I'm very much a relationship guy. Like, I've always been a relationship guy. And he was like, yeah, I thought you was kind of like a ladies' man, cause like, I don't never really see you with no ladies, and like, you never really talk about them, or like, so I just thought you were just out here just doing your thing and like just keeping it moving. I never really seen you get emotional about nothing, or like, yeah.
You know, I probably would have agreed with Jeremy then. Because I think I don't, like, everybody knows I don't hide that part of myself. But yeah, I probably would have thought the same thing. Like, oh, okay.
I think I'm just, you know, like I said, most of my revelations in life came between 11 and 14, and somewhere in that age, I just realized a lot of things that we think are important are not important, and so I just stopped caring about a lot of things. And I think part of it was also to protect myself from the things that I was going through at the time. You know, just kind of being a teenager, or just being young and not feeling like you had any control over your life because you got your parents or teachers or just everybody always telling you how to be, who to be, where to go, what to do, what to wear, how to wear it. You know, you can't do this, you can't do that. And so I just kind of, at some point, you just be like, all right, well, I'm just not going to think for myself then. It's like, since everybody want to tell me what to do and how to be, I'm just not going to think for myself. I'm going to just let y'all do. Because at the end of the day, like when I turn 18, I'm gone. So I'm going to just let everybody just decide my life for me.
So you just let whatever happens happen until you turn 18?
100%. Because my plan was at 18, I am leaving. And I use college as a way to kind of get out of there. But that kind of stuck with me, just kind of like nonchalance that I have. And you know, my thing is, and it was kind of like, it was a little petty too, because I feel like, all right, so you want to have such strong opinions about me, as opposed to actually taking the time to get to know me, whether that's a teacher or a family member or whatever, then cool, I'm gonna let you make all the decisions then. Because what a lot of people don't realize is that when you are a leader, or when you are someone who is in control, it's nice to have that control, but it's also a lot of responsibility that comes with it. Because you got to think for everybody, and you got to decide things for everybody, and you're responsible for how things turn out. So it was kind of like my sick young mind way of like punishing people. It was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna do everything you say exactly how you say it, and whatever happens, it's on you. And
I guess I was the opposite when it came to that. That's probably why I got in trouble a lot, because I felt like whatever I wanted to do should be done. If I wanted to do this, should be done. If I was gonna get in trouble for it, I'll take the consequences. But at least I did what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I think I around like maybe, I mean, it's not a long time later, but 16, 17, I was like that. Definitely, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just do what I want, like, because the same thing with that nonchalance. It was just like, all right, I don't care what you think of me. And you know, you grow up and there's certain people like your parents or your family members where you're supposed to care what they think, or like they're supposed to have some type of influence or like position in your life. And I was like, I don't really care what y'all think about me. It could be right, it could be wrong. I don't really care, because I know who I am. I know who I want to be, and whether or not you agree with that is not my concern. So yeah, around 16, 17, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna just do what I want, and I'll just, if I get in trouble, I just get in trouble. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we all die someday. So as long as I'm able to wake up tomorrow, then I mean, at some point, I'm gonna not be in trouble anymore. So
yeah, I think that point for me was at 19, after our first year at Columbia. So after our first year at Columbia, I went back to move with my grandmother, and my grandmother had some very strict rules to the point where I was like, ugh.
Was it one of those situations where like you was in college and you was used to going out whenever you wanted to, and then you come home,
it was
and like,
it
you
was
gotta be
that.
home by 10. And it's
Yeah,
like,
it was that. Oh, but 10, I wish it was 10.
damn, it was earlier than
It
10.
was like it's 8. If I'm being honest with you, it was like 8 o'clock, and I
How
was
you
like,
19?
oh no. Yeah, and that's why the whole situation with me having to get my own place sprouted, cause she knew. She was like, look, Carl, you just not gonna follow my rules, so you on your own.
Did you feel like you had a hard time transitioning into the being independent, like as an adult? Maybe not necessarily financially, or because I feel like this is gonna sound super crazy, but I feel like getting a job is not that difficult if you're willing to work. Saving money, at least enough to pay bills and whatnot, is not overly difficult
No,
if you're willing to live within your means.
So, because I had that job at Columbia, working wasn't hard. But as soon as I graduated, I tell you, I put in at least 12 different applications. Nothing came. And it took until December of the year we graduated for me to get a job, right? And I worked that job for about 2 years, so 2018. Then I lost that job in June and got another job in November. So that's like a 5-month spread.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah. But to be honest, I feel like my fault was okay, if I'm being honest, the second time I lost my job from Amazon, because that was the job I was working, it was harder for me to find the next job because I was specifically looking for jobs dealing with what I was already doing.
Yeah.
And that's why it was hard. Like, if I would have just been like, all right, I need something quick, I could have found something. I could have worked at McDonald's or something. But I don't want to do that.
Yeah, at a certain point, you're just like, all right, I need to elevate.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to either find a job that's doing something similar or pay at least the same. And that's why it took me to November to get the job I got now. And now I feel like, if I'm being honest, I'm probably going to leave that job. But I'm not going to make the same mistake because I'm legit by myself now. I'm not going to make the mistake of just leaving it and then not having nothing and be SOL for like 3 months or something.
Yeah, it was kind of the same for me in that whenever I left one job, it took a while for me to get another job. And I think that's just because our resumes at the time weren't super deep. Like, you know, we only had a couple experiences on there, and then you got college. But yeah,
The way they make it seem like, oh, you put college on your resume, people are gonna look at you way more than other. No, that don't work.
yeah.
Especially at the jobs I was doing, they don't care about no college.
I think if we was trying to, like, if we went to like a business program.
And that's what I was trying to do when I graduated college, doing something that, you know, that was fresh in my mind that I just remember doing. And no luck.
Damn, you ain't get not a single business, not even like an internship, or
No.
were you looking? Was it like specifically arts related business, or or you just trying to do any type of business?
I was trying to do basically any type of job that I was doing at Columbia, which was basically looking over and production assistant. That's what it was. So assistant productions on any type of like events or whatever. And I was trying to do stuff like that. And I thought, you know, I had 3 years and then I think it'd be easy for me to find something like that. No, it's not.
Yeah. You think it's a who's like you gotta know people?
I definitely think it's something you gotta know, because when you got somebody that knows, like, oh, you know, I know a guy who does this, you put the application in, and now that specific person who told you that is gonna inform the person who actually does it, and now you're getting looked at.
Yeah, I kind of think so, because while we were still at Columbia, being in the audio department, a lot of those people already were like interning or like working at, a lot of the venues in the area, in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And so you would kind of hear stories about how like they happen to know this one person, or like they happen to meet this person at this bar, or like, whatever. So I haven't really heard too many people say like, yeah, you know, I didn't know anything about them, and I was just online and I just put in an application, and you know, they just called me. Like you rarely hear that in our industry, I guess. But
and if that happens, this person had to have like a 5-year experience for that.
it had to be pristine, as the articulate people would say.
My 7th grade teacher used to always drink coffee, man. And his favorite line was, "Y'all kids really don't believe fat meat is greasy." Like, I still to this day do not
Fat
understand
meat
it.
is
Yeah, he said, "Y'all really don't believe fat meat is greasy." I feel like it's such an easy thing he's talking about, but I never
feel like he's just saying y'all don't believe, like, it is what it is.
Oh, okay. I guess.
Because I guess fat is greasy.
Yeah, fat is greasy. Why would y'all believe that?
Y'all don't believe fat. That sounds like something somebody from
He was an old head.
It sounds like something somebody from Alabama would say. Y'all
really don't believe fat meat is greasy.
I tell you now, fat meat is greasy. Oh my God, it's trash. That is trash.